Now this is a short film of work in progress and quite a remarkable one that I want everybody to see. Those of you who watch us regularly will know that Jin, we call him Mamounia, who is the donkey from the Mamounia Hotel in Marrakesh, came to us months ago, having had his leg completely crushed by a lorry outside the hotel. The vet, who was our vet at the time, saw him at Mamounia and said he would have to be euthanized. The staff were very unhappy and very unwilling, and they called us. We went down and our vet came back, and the vet told them that the only hope this donkey would ever have would be to come to Jargier. Jin came and the vet came immediately and operated on the leg where the bones were crushed. It just wasn't a clean break, and the vet was very doubtful that we would really be able to save him. But here you can see Ayub. Simo isn't here this morning, he'll be here this afternoon, and Abdani, who work with the injured animals. You can see the remarkable job they've done. They treated this leg with a Berber splint, which Ayub used to make, and it's made out of bamboo strips and twine, and it was changed regularly to stop any infection. And now the bones have set, the leg is always going to be stiff, but Jin can walk on it. And you can see that, you can't quite see at the moment, but when he comes out of his stable and sees the other donkeys, he's so pleased to see them, to be here, to be alive. And I think what this shows as well is the important issue about disabled donkeys. If a disabled donkey can be saved and given a quality of life, surely it's entitled to that life and has something quite remarkable to offer. After all, these injuries occur as a result of the work they were doing. You can see he hasn't any painkillers at the moment, and he's not reacting at all or flinching to the dressing being changed by Ayub. Of course, the next stage will be that he's a very large donkey, he's very strong, and he's intact, and he will need to be castrated before he goes and meets other donkeys. But we're waiting for this leg to be strong enough so that he can get up and stand on it and move around, which is very important following castration. And as you see, our very willing assistant and helper has come down to check all is well. He's had a look at Jin. He's now off to the other paddock to have a little sleep, where he'll keep an eye on everything. So thank you, Jasper. What's that you're putting on, Ayub? What's that?
Honey.
There you go. Even better. What they use when the splint came off, there were still some sore patches, inevitably, and they're now being healed and bandaged. And of course, what Ayub is using and what Abdani uses all the time on the horses is honey. They clean it with honey. This is honey in its liquid form, and then they will often put a paste of honey on the wound. At this stage I don't interfere because they clearly have known what they're doing, and I'm just in awe. It is remarkable what they have achieved. So he's being bandaged now. And see how well they work together. And of course, as they're bandaging, they're continually spraying with this lotion that is antiseptic, but it also deters the flies, because in this country, as you can imagine, it's getting quite hot and flies are a problem. There we go. And everybody, these bandages you can see that are being used, they're gifts from all of you that you send over from England. We've still quite a stock of the white bandages, which is good. We're always anxious for the cohesive bandages, which of course we use on the injured hooves, because they protect the wounds against the bare earth when they're out. Now, perhaps I should mention that these men have had no formal training, say, from our vet. They all come from the village. We knew Ayub when he was a little boy. I don't suppose he ever believed he'd grow up doing medical procedures like this, any more than Abdani would think he'd be saving horses. But they have developed remarkable skills. So we leave them for now, and congratulations, both of you.